Every product has its own life cycle, and all products are manufactured with reasons and it goes off the market with reasons. So if you understand how the product is emerging from zero to a final product, you will be able to realize how many different opportunities are being created in the process of building a product. Therefore, I have chosen to talk about the process plant life cycle, which is one of the most interesting and fascinating engineering journey. You will be feeling interesting to see how a simple idea is converting to a bigger process plant. Let me tell you what is process plant is about. Process plant is an industry that produces a byproducts of hydrocarbon, oil and gas and chemicals or pharmaceuticals. So this is known as a process plant. So these process plants are created with simple idea and finally it emerges into a bigger industry. So let's explore the life cycle of process plant to understand different stages of the process plant and also to understand what are the opportunities and what are the demands of the design and engineering in the life cycle of a process plant. Without wasting your time, let's begin. The first stage is analyze the demand. What is known as analyze the demand? Analyzing the product demand. R&D teams will do all kind of researches in order to identify where there is a demand, what kind of product has a demand, what kind of product is demanded in the industries for the humankind, for the healthcare, for any kind of needs in the world. So they will list out with data to finalize these are the product which has a demand which needs to be produced. This is the first step. Once after finalizing and analyzing the demand, then the second step is prepare a concept. They will prepare a concept, how this needs to be manufactured, what are the plan for it, what is the process plan, what are the equipments required, and all this kind of a concept will be decided. This concept is more of like an idea. It is not the final design, it is just an idea. How many equipments are required, what kind of plant needs to be manufactured, how big area is required. All this basic study will be done. This is known as concept preparation, or we can say concept development. Once concept development is done, then we will move on to the third step. Third step is budgeting. Why budgeting is important? Because they should know how much cost will be invested so that how much cost they will get in return. So budgeting is necessarily important for any concept. So only then they will be able to see how much investment is required. If the investment is not sufficient, they will crowdfund. They will try to pull out a lot of investors into these ideas by convincing them that they will get more returns if you invest in this particular project. So budgeting is really important, which is we can also put it in a different term known as a cost engineering, preliminary cost engineering, by which they will be able to understand how much cost needs to be invested if you want to make this idea to happen. Sorry to interrupt you. Let's take few seconds to understand the importance of Pymedaca design courses. I will not say that Pymedaca courses are the best in the world, but I can strongly say that Pymedaca courses will help you to learn piping design skills. Unlike other courses where theories are predominantly focused, Pymedaca focuses on the job-related knowledge. The result is you will be able to perform exceptionally well in all piping design interviews and also in your job. There are 3 courses available in Pymedaca, primarily focusing on 3 primary piping design skills. One is P&ID, other one is pipe supports, and the third is pipe routing. These 3 skills are considered to be one of the primary piping design skills for any piping design engineering profession. You will be able to find my contacts in the details of the course. You can contact me for any clarification regarding the courses. Currently, there is a 30% offer is available, so you can avail this offer in order to learn piping design. Now let's go back to our topic. Once budgeting is done, then we will move on to the 4th step, which is design step. This is where you will be finalizing the design right from the process, piping, mechanical and electrical, CNA and safety study, civil, and for a plot plan study, whatever the possibilities of the design exploration will be done in this stage. So in this stage, you will be finalizing the design. This is where we generally do a feed and where we generally do a detail engineering, drawing production, 3D modeling. All these things which is a part of a design will be done in the design stage. That is known as a design development. Once design development is done, then the procurement needs to be initiated, which is the 5th stage. So procurement in the sense listing out the materials that are required for the construction. It includes all the pipings and instruments and electrical cables and civil infrastructure, whatever be the items, the materials that is required in order to make the construction to happen. So that is the intention of the procurement process. So procurement is the next stage. Once procurement process has been established, then we will have to arrange these materials to the site. Only then you can start doing the construction. So the next stage is material arrangement, or we can say logistics. So this requires and bringing a material from different country, different location, through air freight, through transportation, through ships. There is a lot of communication, lot of opportunities, lot of different kind of jobs are being explored in this particular area. So basically you will be arranging a material where from the origin to the site, so that you can start the construction. Once the materials are arranged, then you will move to the seventh stage. Seventh stage is construction and installation. This is where you will start doing the construction with respect to the design drawings. You will refer the civil drawings for foundations and structures, and you will be constructing based the piping based on isometrics and piping layouts, and you will be doing all other instrumentation, electrical, all constructions will be done at this stage. Once construction is done, then the next thing is testing and inspection. Why to test and inspect? Because whatever has been constructed, you have to test and inspect whether it is constructed with certain standards, with certain quality, so that you can ensure the reliability of the construction. Once testing and inspections are done, you will be moving on to the commissioning stage. What is commissioning stage? Commissioning stage is a stage where you will ensure that the plant is ready for operation. This is a stage which is one step before the real-time operation. So commissioning stage, where you will check each and every line whether it can be operable. In case of any small leaks or anything, you will rectify it. Therefore, this is one of the crucial stage. Once commissioning is done, then you will hand over the plant to the operators. Operators will start doing the daily operation. So the next stage is daily operation. What is daily operation is about? Daily operation stage is a continuous process. Operators will run the plant every single day throughout the life of the process plant to produce the byproducts. Only then they can make revenue out of it. So they will be doing the daily monitoring, daily checking in order to ensure that the daily operations are continuous. So it is going to be a long process basically. However, during the daily operations, the operators will observe lots of minor issues across the plants. So collectively, they will have to do the maintenance, repair and monitoring in order to ensure that the plant is continuously operating. So the next stage is maintenance, repair and monitoring. Maintenance, repair and monitoring stage is not the next stage. It is a stage that runs along with the daily operations in order to ensure that the minor rectifications are done within a given time, so that it will not stop the operation of the plant. If the operation of the plant gets stopped, then the byproducts will not be produced, then there will be short of a revenue. So basically they will ensure that there is no fault in the plant, so that whatever the minor fault is arising, they will immediately do some modifications to ensure that the process plant is continuously running. But that's not the end of the process plant. During the daily operations, they will also have to do the analysis to ensure that they are meeting the current global demands or not. For that, they will keep analyzing the demands of the product, whether is there any less demand for the product, or is there any more demand for the product, or is there any new emerging product is required for an industries or not. So all this analysis they will be doing parallelly. So this is also one of the parallel step that they will do along with the daily operations. Then the next step is, once after analyzing the current data based on the global demand, they will do a value engineering. What is value engineering is about? The value engineering is about if they wanted to do any changes in the plant, whether that is really going to give them a profit or not, whether they will be able to make a changes in the profit or not, whether the new investment will really result in the higher profit or not. All these things are known as a value engineering. So once after analyzing the current data based on the increased global demand, they will do the value engineering. So value engineering is the next stage. If the results of the value engineering are positive, then they will move on to the next stage, which is known as expand, upgrade and modify. During this stage, they will see which portion of the plant needs to be upgraded. from the lower material to the higher material, or with a sophisticated technology, or with an instrument. Or if they want to expand the plant, they will do an expansion. Or if they wanted to modify certain portion of the plant, they will do a modification. So basically, expansion, upgradation and modifications are being done in order to support the value engineering to produce more products by which they can make more profit. However, if the results of the value engineering are not positive and investors feels like by investing more amount in the same plant, they will not make more profit, they will not go for expansion or upgradation or modification. And at the same time, they will also analyze whether running the same plant is going to give them a profit or not. If they feel that there is no worth for the further investment, or there is no worth for continuously running the current portion of a plant or the entire plant, they will go to the next stage, which is known as demolition and recycle. Demolition and recycling will only be done when the investors feels that the current design of the plant is not worth enough to make more profit. So what they will generally do, they will demolish the plant and construct the new plant with new design and technology to make more byproducts, to make more revenue. So these are the fascinating engineering stages in the life cycle of the process plant. I hope that you have understood how many different opportunities are being created in the process of building a process plant from zero to a bigger industries. I will meet you in another fantastic video. Until then, bye from Subhash Chandran.